Congratulations, bro. All right, you ready to knock into this thing? I think we're good here.
Yeah, man. Let's rock and roll.
All righty. Welcome back to the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Today I have with me for episode 39, Mr. Josh Bennett. How are you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Jameson.
Thanks for coming on, bro. I'm excited. I've been stoked about this.
Oh, yeah.
I always like to say this, but like sometimes I know my guests relatively well, or like I've been following them for a while. But you, I haven't known that long, so this is going to be cool.
Yeah, know nothing about each other,
Nothing.
pretty much.
Pretty
we
much,
hung out
man.
that one night.
That one night, that one special night we had together. But yeah, man, this is going to be awesome. So let's get started. How long have you been playing the banjo? How'd you get started playing the banjo? Actually, just tell me what you do. You know what I'm saying? Just get me going.
So when I first started realizing I liked music, I was kind of going from high school into college.
Okay, that's pretty late, honestly.
Yeah,
right?
I've always been singing. I've never really played much instruments. Played a little piano growing up. Was in band, you know. My first stringed instrument was this banjo.
Really?
And so it's kind of a funny story how that came along. Was when I was 19, I finally started singing in front of a few people, and they're like, "Whoa, Josh, you sound pretty good.
Yeah,
you need to go figure it out." And I was like, "Well, I'm at the very bottom. What if I go ahead and try to jump to the top?" So I went and tried out for American Idol, dude.
What?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was cool, man. Like, cool little experience.
Yeah.
Like, walked into this giant building, and they got it going on, and I did my little thing, and they were like, "Man, you're good. You're also 19 years old, and you're not playing any instruments."
And you made it past round one?
No, didn't make it past round one. But they were like, "Dude, just come back, because you'll get past like all these places one day if you'll play an instrument." And I'm like, "All right, well, whatever." I do walk past like everybody that made it, and they all had a guitar.
True.
And I'm like, you know what? I've always kind of wanted to play the banjo.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of strange, though.
It's
Wouldn't you
just
say?
weird.
Like,
It's
just of all things, right?
I know. And I was like, what if I could sing while playing it? So
Yeah.
when I was 19, going into my 20th year, I decided to grab this thing.
20th.
So
That was well put.
yeah, so I'm 2.5 years into playing banjo now.
Wow, I'd have said way longer than that, man. Jeez, you're really good that's quick. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate
And you never played guitar before?
Never played guitar.
Wow.
I actually started picking up guitar a little bit earlier this year.
Really?
And so when my band and I play together, certain songs I'll be on banjo, certain songs will be guitar.
Gotcha. Well, has it kind of translated over, I imagine? Just like you know what I'm saying? Like, did your banjo playing translate to guitar, or was it like, oh, I've got to start over?
It definitely made it easier to learn how to play the guitar.
It makes
but
sense.
It's just it is totally different.
Yeah,
like,
I could see that.
The theory made it a little easier, like figuring out hand positions, all that, licks, whatever.
And your fingers just had some training, right?
Right.
Word. Okay. So that's cool, man. When you started singing, though, did it feel like, I've always kind of felt like it's one of those things that like you either got, like you're born with, like people like popularize this thing that like, oh, I can't sing, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not born with it, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have pipes. Did you feel like that or no?
No, I mean,
Good.
Luckily, I've always been a pretty good singer. My mom,
Word, man.
she was a singer. My older brother, he's a singer. And
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
so
I'm glad,
it
man.
kind of came along with it.
Yeah,
luckily.
good shit, man. I feel like everybody can sing. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. That's what I tell people whenever, especially when they see me playing at the bars.
Yeah.
They go, "Man, I wish I could sing like you." I'm like, well,
You
come
can.
on up
Yeah,
here.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm like, if you're having fun, I think that's all that really matters.
And
to me.
it's kind of people are like, oh, I'm tone deaf, or oh, I don't have rhythm. Like, no, have you practiced? Like, have you like actually tried to get it? You know what I'm saying? Like, they think that like either you're born with it or you're not, which is understandable. But you know, it's kind of cool that you just embraced it and rolled with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So you singing. This is backwards. I figured you just played guitar for a while, then you're like, fuck it, I want to learn banjo, and then you started singing. So this is unexpected.
Yeah, it's all different, very different way of going about it.
So you started playing banjo when you're 20, right?
Yeah, just about.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
And
22 now.
what is this because you're like, are you like deep into like bluegrass and Americana and stuff, or were you like listening to rock music and you're just like, fuck it, I want to play the banjo, or what was it?
It's so weird how this all comes about.
Oh, I can't wait.
I grew up in Marietta, Georgia, right?
Marietta,
all we
okay.
listened to was rap.
Yeah, word.
I mean, you know, I was lucky enough to have some other friends that also like rock music.
Yeah.
My parents like some other kinds of music too, and so I was always kind of listening to everything, but it was mainly rap. Because
Yeah.
I'm like right above Atlanta. Everyone thinks that that's the cool thing to listen to.
Especially when you're in high school and middle school and shit. Yeah,
Exactly.
Word. Go
But
ahead.
then when I started growing up, I was a deer hunter. And at our deer camp, we would have this bluegrass band come every year, and they are absolutely incredible.
That's hype,
the banjo player. I mean, if he wasn't down in South Georgia doing his own thing, he would probably be famous. Like,
really?
This guy is an incredible bluegrass player.
That's hype for a deer club to have a bluegrass band out. I fucking deer hunted my whole life.
Tradition.
We didn't ever have no bands, bro. Come on now, that's sick. I like it.
Yeah, man. So I was just like, something about the banjo just got my attention, man. There's so many things that I could have done, and that it's just like my eyes light up.
That's
anytime
crazy,
I see a banjo. So I was like, that's got to be me.
That's a sign, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's your sign. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. That's cool. I love stuff like that when you just know. You know what I mean? Like, it could be anything, and you just know. That's awesome.
I hope I didn't go too far off the question.
No, I don't even remember what the question was, man. That's the whole point. Just keep rolling with it. I love it. Okay, so damn, I forgot the question for real. Something to do with the banjo. Fucking A. Anyways, so the banjo's always appealed to you.
Yeah, it's just that's what if I hear a banjo, I'm walking that way.
Word. Okay, cool. I respect that, man. It's a very unique instrument. You know what I'm saying? Something about it sets a certain vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's. I won't say it's not. I hate to say it's not versatile, but like it sets a certain vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of expect it, which is kind of cool. I think. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean? Like,
no, I totally get.
I'm struggling to articulate it, but you know what I'm saying.
You know, especially the way I play the banjo. Once you hear it start, it's like, all right, here comes bluegrass.
Yeah, word. You know? Okay.
But there are several other ways people are starting to play the banjo, and one's with a guitar pick.
Yeah, really.
And a really cool band that does that is called Camp.
So, I feel like I've heard of them.
Yeah, CAAMP, man. They are so dope.
Where are they from? Are they from Georgia?
They're from Ohio.
Ohio. I'm gonna look them up, man.
Yeah, and I actually had a little interaction over Instagram with the banjo player.
Yeah,
and it was right at the beginning of the pandemic. I'm like, "Yo, let's have a duel." And I sent him this little video snippet of me playing. He's like, "All right." And at that time, my name on Instagram was Banjo Boy, and he just goes, "All right, Banjo Boy, if that is your real name, I accept your challenge." And he just goes off with his guitar pick.
Yeah,
and it's very melodic the way he does it. He's running his scales and just going hard with the pick. But
so why is that like? Is there, I don't know if you maybe know, like, I guess this is more like a history question, but like, I've always wondered, like, who was like, all right, fuck it, the banjo is going to have 4.5 strings, you know what I'm saying? And like, and we're going to play with a finger pick, you know what I mean?
So the original banjo was made out of like gourds in Africa. What? And they had these big, long strings on them, and they just kind of would like pluck them with their fingers, kind of give them a little strum, and that's called claw hammer now.
Claw hammer.
And so in around the 1950s era, this man named Earl Scruggs, probably the most prominent banjo player of all time, decided and they had been making these banjos with the half string like that a little bit before that, but it was still claw hammer.
Yeah.
And he just figured out a way with these finger picks to make it go ding 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 ding. And people were just like, "Whoa, that's so cool."
That's crazy.
And that's really the start of fast bluegrass.
Yeah, word. Okay. So is this similar, like, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Is it like Tin Alley or Tin Pan Alley? You know what I'm talking about? Isn't that banjo music? I don't what is it called? Let me come back to you on that. Okay. I'll look it up and I'll tell you after, but I can't remember. There's a certain genre in that area that I thought was banjo. Maybe I'm wrong if you don't know it. But that's it. That's so interesting. Like, people just like innovate the instrument. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just said, fuck it. And like, now everybody plays with a finger pick, you know what I'm saying? Like the finger picking the shit out of it.
Now it's Earl Scruggs style.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that. I love like, I feel like stuff like that's cool. Like you can like look at like cosmic shifts in the instrument, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when a certain guitarist does something, it's like, oh, it's different now afterwards, like Hendrix or Eddie Van Halen or something.
Absolutely.
But yeah, very cool. Okay. I need to just listen to this guy more. How'd you say his name again?
His name's Earl Scruggs.
And does he have anything on Spotify?
He's got a lot on Spotify. Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Home Sweet Home's a great one. Earl's Breakdown's so cool.
Earl's Breakdown. Awesome, man. I love checking into this stuff because like I've never been like I don't have any like depth of knowledge on the genre of bluegrass or Americana really, but like I'm trying to learn through this stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, any suggestions you have, hit me with them. But
I mean, okay, so I'll go ahead and say my favorite bluegrass is my favorite banjo player is J.D. Crowe.
Yeah.
So J.D. Crowe in the New South, plus the Bluegrass album band, he was in both of those. But the Bluegrass album band and the New South both involve Tony Rice. Amazing.
I'm not familiar
bluegrass
with
flat picker. I mean,
what is flat picking?
Line. So flat picking is Tony Rice is the innovator of that for bluegrass. You know, it was always boom chugga boom chugga boom chugga for the bluegrass guitar, and he started doing the scale thing. And that was the first like time that there was going to be like breaks thrown in on the guitar and the bluegrass scene.
Okay, interesting.
And so people started learning from Tony, and now you have Billy Strings.
Yeah, word. Yeah, definitely. That's cool, man. Interesting. I feel like there's like, why doesn't the banjo cross over more? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like it should. Yeah, it seems like it should, but it hasn't. Is that just me, maybe?
It's because a lot of people don't play the banjo.
True, that's probably
kind of where I'm going right now.
Yeah.
Is my goal is to be able to play this with any genre.
That'd be so sick, man.
You know, bluegrass is a great way to learn any instrument.
Yeah,
especially the banjo, since that's what it's kind of made for. But there's definitely so many different ways to play the banjo. Even with these finger picks, I'm learning this melodic style right now, which is a lot of scales.
Okay.
And other kind of things.
So
that's where I'll be able to kind of reach out into more places.
Gotcha, with the melodic action. So you're like trying to like I guess gosh, I don't even know how to like articulate what I'm saying about this instrument. So like usually they're just finger picking. You're trying to take it more like actual like guitarish, you get what I'm saying? Like guitar is very melodic, right?
Very
what you say?
Guitarish, yes.
Interesting. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I feel like there's crossover appeal on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you could throw it on anything and make a cool twist up of something.
Dude, I totally agree.
Yeah.
And that's where I've been wanting to go with it.
Yeah.
Because I can't find anyone doing that. Like you
That's
just
what I'm
said,
saying. Like why isn't there? Yeah.
You know, there is a few pop groups out there that'll throw a banjo in now and then.
Just respectable.
Just because cool banjo guy.
Yeah.
But I want to get up there and make it fit.
Yeah.
That's kind of my goal is right now.
Interesting, man. That's cool. I love it when people have a mission like that. Like you're not just like floating around doing something. Like you actively like have something you're trying to do. I think that's really cool. And I will say there is something like when you see somebody playing a banjo, it's like fuck yeah. It's like this is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just walk past one, you just hang around for a second. You're like yes, this is cool. Yeah.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the pure fact that you have to grind on this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to sound good on banjo, you got to practice every day. And I tell you, I've been playing for 2.5 years. There's not like a day or two that I've missed.
I respect that,
being
man.
able, and that's why it's like
just obsessed with it.
Obsessed.
I'm glad.
And the second you do take a little break, you lose.
It lets
a lot.
you know. Yeah,
it lets you know
That's
quick.
hilarious, man.
Man, the banjo is just an instrument, man, that I think it's very tough to get into.
Yeah.
But once you get it and you stick with it, it's just so awesome and fun.
I believe, man. I imagine it's one of those instruments that people like guitar players like get all the time. They're I'll fucking play banjo, and then they do it for 2 months, and they're like, maybe not. Is that true?
Of stories I've had.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because I was playing the same exact song, the only song I knew how to play for the first like 6 months of me playing this, because I'm learning how to I'm trying to learn these rolls, whatever.
Yeah.
And but it took me 9 months to get like 3 songs, and one of them I finally was able to sing with it. And I was like, okay,
that's another thing, man. People don't understand how hard it is to sing and play anything. Almost like, I mean, guitar. I struggle with guitar playing. You know what I'm saying? Like power chording sometimes, and fucking I can't imagine like even like the John Mayer stuff, like the really like complicated like playing while singing really good. It's like we talked about this the other night, but you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to do one or the other, but I love both. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's just a whole brain tease going on in your head the whole time. Like, oh, where do I go now? Where do I go now? And until you, on a song you figure out whether you can sing it without thinking about it or play it without thinking about it, you got to do one or the other, because you got to think about one of them while you're doing it.
True.
But if you can do the other one without thinking about it too hard at all, and that's kind of been my whole mindset, learning how to play and sing.
Interesting. So like when you're picking songs to play with your band or whatever, you like, I can play that, but I can't do both. You ever like that, or does the band kind of bail you out there? Because like
the band bails me out a lot on stuff like that. And whenever it is like that, I'll go hard. I'll solo hard as hell. And then I'll start singing. My band still got me. I got 4 other guys still going in.
Are you playing at all times, or do you like stop and just like a versus guitar or something? I'm just curious. I'm getting a little nerdy here, but
no joke. I probably like never really stop.
I love it.
If I'm stopped, it's because I'm trying to figure out where I'm trying to get back in.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm like, I may have lost my place for a second, and I'm trying to get back in there real quick.
Interesting. It's funny how you talk about the instrument like it's so different from a guitar, and like maybe the bystander that hasn't watched this wouldn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like as a musician, I know like I don't want that work. You know what I'm saying? Like I can play guitar, I can play the fuck out of a guitar, but I don't want that work. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't just be able to pick it up and do anything cool. So that's mad respect, man. Mad respect.
That. Yeah,
I didn't even realize that people capoed it until you walked in and slapped that guy on there.
Yeah. So the cool thing about it, like we said, we got like 4 whole strings and 1 half string.
What is up with that, man? Well, why didn't they just go all the way though? Is what I'm saying. Do you know?
I don't even know.
No idea.
I really don't. I think it's an open tune instrument. It's typically an open G if I don't have a capo on it.
Yeah.
And so this top string right here, it's G, and the middle string's G. So I think they just wanted it easier to hit the melody note.
Gotcha.
Like at the top with your thumb.
Ooh, okay.
Because the way the thumb hits the banjo is different than my other 2 fingers too.
Yeah.
Because it just makes a different kind of sound. So I think that was the main intent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these like capos, I have this one. It's like just a little mini capo, goes over these 4. And then I have this thing that's like basically just a nut and a screw, and then you like roll it under the string and pull it tight.
What?
And so I'm 3 frets down there, and then I'm 3 frets down on the top string too.
Oh, okay. I'd always wondered about that, man. It's like the weirdest looking thing, but that makes sense now.
But typically, and I actually have a new banjo coming in right now.
Word, nice.
And on it, I will have these things called railroad spikes, and they're just like basically little nails that you just wrap around your string around it, and it tunes it. Just like that, man. Instead of having to deal with this whole thing.
Hell yeah, man. That's sick. So I guess I might have got a little sidetracked, but I'm loving it. How did you, let's get back to like your musical journey. So you start playing, you play for 2.5 years, and at some point you start this band that you're in right now?
Yeah, so big shout out to Boar's Head Lounge real quick, just real. Because I mean, once I was about a year into playing the banjo, I started going to their Wednesday open mics.
Yeah, the Mecca.
Know? I mean, it's awesome. Like there's hardly any places that do that stuff anymore. Yeah. And Boar's Head's the best place to do it.
Oh, no doubt. No question. In Athens, no question. Yeah.
You get to play in front of a huge crowd some nights.
Yeah.
Some nights you don't, whatever. But I'm out there once I can sing like 5 songs, I'm out there like a year and a half grinding every Wednesday.
Word, man.
I mean, like I'd be nervous. I'd mess up all the time, and that's why I was out there. Just so I could get used to it and find band members too.
Yeah, true. That's the best
That's how we found our drummer.
Really? At Boars?
Was out of Boars, yeah.
That's sick, man.
He's so good.
Is he? What's his name?
His name's Aaron Rogers.
Aaron Rogers. I feel like I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Well, that's a sick name. Check. Yeah, okay. So you're playing every Wednesday, putting the hours in. That's a good way to just learn the craft and like doing it in front of people, I think. That's kind of why we've been going like as much as we can. Like just another opportunity to play. It's fun. It's low stakes. Like it seems like all of Athens is there. Like, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just get to knowing people around and stuff. It's like, oh, there's my homie. There's the guy from last week, And then you just like somebody plays before you. You're like, oh, great job, man. Then you're friends. You know what I'm saying? You see him next time. Boar's Heads Wednesdays are awesome, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Bottom line.
But yeah, so you playing every Wednesday and you start to meet your band. So tell me about Aaron. How'd you meet this guy?
So I already had the band kind of together before Aaron. We were looking for a drummer. So it was mainly my boy Chase and Andrew and I.
Chase, okay.
So Chase is my guitarist.
Word.
Incredible. Sounds like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Word.
I mean, dude can shred.
Yeah.
And then Andrew's over there bopping on keys.
Sick.
Another very, very talented musician.
You gotta have keys in the bluegrass game, right?
You
got to.
If you're gonna rock and do bluegrass, I feel like that's the perfect instrument to have in there.
Yeah, definitely. Word.
And so they went to my high school actually,
really?
and they started coming and they came up here. They're a little younger than me. And they came up here. I'm like, boys, let's get a band going.
Yeah.
We start just jamming around a little bit, starting hitting the open mics. We find Aaron, and so now we're a 4-piece without a bass, and we're still getting booked for gigs.
What?
Like, dude, this is how I get most of my gigs. I'm not gonna lie to you. People look at my Instagram, see I have a banjo and that we play rock, and they go, we want to hear what that's like.
Word, man.
And then I get a DM on Instagram wanting to go play somewhere. Or my big thing right now is frats too. I love playing for frats.
I love playing fraternities.
Dude, any frat I can find to play for, I'm like, what's up, boys? We will play.
Dude, yes. They're so much fun because like they're there to hear music kind of most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like they're on the same kind of wavelength we are. Like the same age. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just get it. You know? Yeah. Frats are awesome. Fraternity, excuse me. But yeah, continue on.
And and then Andrew, who's in a fraternity, is friends with this other guy in the fraternity, or in a different fraternity, and he played bass, and I was like, all right, we're looking for a bassist, so let him come try it out. He comes in, and he can play every song we can play. What? And he's like, I don't know these songs, and he just was playing along. I'm like, how'd you know to do that? He's like, I've been playing by ear my whole life. I'm like, what? And so, dude, everything's just falling into place so perfectly.
Yeah. Without even trying.
Even trying, dude.
That's a good sign.
And so at the beginning of January, we were like getting business plans together. Like we're doing this full sending.
Word, man.
I mean, practicing like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Getting a gig or 2 now and then, grinding.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we were playing a bunch of gigs. We were getting gigs. We're getting asked to come play gigs.
Yeah.
And
it's like the best feeling.
Like 2 months or a month and a half ago, my guitarist gets diagnosed with carpal tunnel.
What?
Yes, he's 19 years old.
What?
I mean, it's just been shredding it like for a long time now, every day, and he got it bad in his left hand.
Really?
And so
I didn't even know it was possible to get it that young.
Right, man?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that makes me think maybe a little bit of hereditary stuff. I don't know.
Maybe so, man. That's crazy.
I don't know how that happens at all. And so they do nerve tests on him, find out it's in both hands.
What?
Yeah, he couldn't he didn't even like hurt at all in his right hand, but he said the left hand hurt so bad. The doctor said the left hand hurt so bad to him that he couldn't feel the right hand hurting.
Damn,
like all
that's
of his attention
crazy,
was on
man.
that.
Holy shit!
And so he's got to go through surgery, and we're like, we want to keep him because he's so amazing.
Yeah.
And so right now we're kind of looking for just a fill guitar player.
Yeah, somebody sit in kind of
Somebody sit in and kind of thing. I found
it's
a few
not easy
guys.
to find.
Not easy.
Not easy, yeah.
Oh. And it's not falling into place like everything else. And that's how I think I know that Chase is our guy.
Yeah, word.
Because nothing else is falling into place.
Yeah.
And we're just like kind of rolling with the punches right now.
Yeah, here's your sign, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so kind of right now we're really just working on our own music.
Interesting. Well, that's a good thing to do.
We decided that instead of banging out these covers all the time, getting them ready for these shows, and of course we got original music too, but we're really just grinding on the original stuff right now, just because, you know,
it's a good
I don't
plan.
have a guitar player.
Yeah, true. For the moment, he'll be back. He'll be back, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's funny you say that, because like people think, you know, that like, oh, you don't have a band yet, kind of stuff. Like you hear that a lot. And it's like, it's easy to find guitar players per se, but is it easy to find a guitar player that like vibes exactly with you, that you want to play, that likes the exact same kind of music as you, that's your homie? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's the trick. So if you guys have to wait on him, it's worth the wait, my man.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you knew that already.
Yeah, I mean, and I got other things going on too. I got a lot of working. And I got school left to finish. Yeah, man. You know, so I mean, it's not a need.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a need at the moment.
So that's crazy. Okay, see, I'd wondered what the situation was, because I saw you haven't like posted any bookings or anything. But then I creeped through your Instagram a little bit, because I like to know my guests a little bit. There was some fucking pictures, man, with some big ass crowds.
Yeah.
There was one, I think homie had the guitar behind his head.
Yeah, that's Chase.
Like,
yeah, he's incredible.
Damn, Chase. Shout out Chase, man. That's sick.
Right.
That's a sick party trick, and it's just cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the guy people can love play with his teeth too, and like, dude, play behind his back. You know,
that's so wicked, man. Cool I love that. Love that.
Stage tricks.
That's awesome, man. Well, I can't wait to see you guys when you are back in action. Where all have you played so far?
So in Athens, Boar's Heads are staple.
The Mecca.
The Mecca. And you know, we played for several frats here, fraternities, and you know, we were about to go hard, waiting for everything to open back up. Yeah. And I got asked to play like a few other like places around town. I was like, I was trying for Paloma, just like a good little jam, and we're really getting ready for 40 Watt to get back open. Word. That's what our big thing was.
Yeah, 40 Watt's amazing.
So Chase is out right now. So we're kind of figuring it out. But we've also played Smith's Old Bar in Atlanta. I know you played there the other way. I also have an internship there, so that's another thing I got going on. I'm helping the talent buyer, Jesse.
Oh, I love awesome. Jess. Jess Goodson.
Right? Yeah, Jess is the bomb.
Shout out Jess. Shout out
Big
Jess.
Shout out
It'd
Jess.
make my day if Jess watched this and saw this. I don't know if she will, but if she did, it'd be awesome. because Jess is great. Oh, who did you play at Smith's Old Bar with?
That was when I had the full band. That was our last show before Chase got.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You guys play upstairs or downstairs?
We were downstairs.
Downstairs is
first
hype.
night. Yeah.
I love downstairs. Very cool, man. Okay, so have you ever thought about Sauce House or anything like that?
I played Sauce House once with Lewis, if you know Lewis.
Yeah, I know Lewis. Force Head guy.
Yeah,
nice guy.
He's very nice. Yeah,
interesting.
Man. Played over there once with him. And I played Blind Pig with him one time.
Word, yeah. I think he played Blind Pig last night. I think, yeah, he did.
He's always there Wednesday.
Are you interested in maybe I forget your drummer's name. Was it Andrew?
Aaron.
Okay.
Andrew's the keys.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you ever thought about doing just maybe your drummer on the tambourine or a cajon or something and doing the acoustic show thing? Kind of, maybe.
I definitely will do acoustic shows.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I'm gonna do this today, and I did it last night, which is solo singing with banjo.
Yeah.
As cool as it is, man, the banjo really does complement a guitar.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or the guitar is complementing the banjo, right? So I'm definitely gonna need if I'm gonna do a show, an acoustic show, I have to have a guitarist playing acoustic in the background at least.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it would definitely help if they were able to take a break. Which Chase did. He was incredible at soloing.
Word.
So
man.
that's what we do, and so I mean solo shows, they interest me.
Yeah.
But they're just not what I want to do.
Yeah,
I want to be rocking and rolling with all the boys.
You know? I completely know. They're almost there. It's better than nothing, but I'd much rather do the thing.
Intimate, cool to meet people like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever.
How have you liked? Have you played? What days have you played Boar's Head other than Wednesday?
Yeah, the other days I played it was Monday and Thursday.
Really? How was that?
So Mondays last year were kind of a thing we were doing a little bit there. And then, it gets cold. People stop coming out. Mondays are at Boar's Head are $2 drinks for everything, basically, anyway. So you're not making too much money. That's kind of just a fun thing to get exposure if you're out there on a Monday. And then Thursday was our big night.
Thursday's a big night?
Thursday's big night. Thursday to Saturday, any of those, there's going to be a lot of people, especially if you're bringing a lot of people.
True. That's what I like about Boar's Head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Thursday.
It's everybody goes there to hear music, kind of, I think, or, to hang out outside. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It's a good vibe, yeah. Interesting. Did Lewis book you guys? Is that who booked you?
I actually booked that one with the owner.
Word. Okay, cool.
I also work there on Barback.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that until the other night. I saw you come through sweating your ass off, carrots and shit. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, slinging all the drunk people their alcohol.
How do you like it there, man?
It's awesome. We're like a family,
Yeah, that's great.
It's very, very
cool, man.
Great experience. And you learn how to just talk to people,
Yeah, it's really good networking.
Situations.
Yeah, it's good for people skills.
Man, I've broke up fights with people I would normally run from.
Yeah.
There's these huge brawls that go down, and man, I have a signature. They're like, oh, Josh is coming over there to fix it.
Yeah.
We're good. Because I'll go over there and I'll also catch a situation. I'll go, hey, I'm calling the cops. And bam, it's done.
It's over with. See ya.
Every time I'm like, I'm not getting in a fight with nobody at a bar. Dude, get out of here. No, I've never even been swung at or pushed in there.
Really?
I've been working there a year and a half. Never
wow,
been
that's
pushed.
Impressive, man. That's awesome. So what is, you said 40 watts a big one for you guys.
Yeah,
Is that just on the to-do list?
That's the to-do list.
Yeah, 40 watts, very cool.
And, obviously I want to hit the Georgia Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Top notch.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. That's crazy.
That is where we want to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's going to be probably a few years in the making.
It takes some time. But you guys can do it in a year or two, man. Come on, just keep grinding.
Oh, yeah.
I think every band in Athens wants to play the theater. You know what I'm saying? Some don't like to admit it, They're like, oh, man, I wish. But, everybody wants to,
I definitely want to. I am not afraid to say it.
Put it out there,
top
man.
Tier for me. I mean, number one.
I feel like they kind of trick. Well, maybe not the trick. I haven't actually executed on this, so this is kind of like a theory. But is to watch 40 watt. It's kind of tougher for Georgia Theater. I haven't done this, so I don't know. But to watch them, and when they drop lineups with just a headliner that matches your kind of music, to reach out and be like, hey, do you need a local headliner or a local opener who can sell tickets? Be quick on it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So before they announce the full bill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
That's interesting. I'm just saying.
Very smart.
That's my theory, man. But 40 watts booking for the fall, man. You guys need to holler at them.
Yeah.
Have you?
We haven't.
You gotta be quick with it now. Come on.
I'm like I said. Man,
oh, you still gotta wait on a man's hand.
I gotta. So then that's probably gonna be a year. So I'm definitely gonna have to find someone to fill.
True. Gotcha.
And we don't have anyone to do that right now.
Yeah, word. Okay.
You know, so until I do find that, and it'll happen. I met a guy that plays guitar last night, so maybe he'll work out. You know,
word, man.
That's open mic yet again.
Yeah, open mic strikes again.
And so we'll see. As soon as I find someone and they can keep up with everything we're doing.
Awesome.
I mean, because we got 50 cover songs plus all our originals.
Yeah, that's a lot of juice to like drink really quick. Like, hey, you want to play on Friday? That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. But I'm sure you'll figure it out. You sound very positive about it, which is a good trait to have. Because I know for a while I sat around, I was like, fuck, man, I'm never going to find a band. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you keep saying that, you won't.
Yeah, hey, you gotta speak stuff into existence.
Dude,
sometimes.
I'm a big believer in that, man. Big believer. I love it. So tell me about your original music, man. I don't think I've... let's see. Have I heard one of your originals? I don't think I have, man.
You heard the last little
I heard
like literally
like 45 seconds of it, and I was like, "Yeah, man, there's the dude." And you had your hair cut, you got something trimmed up, right? Didn't you have long hair?
I had super long hair.
I was about to say you had long hair,
my shoulders,
and I was like, "Wait, that doesn't look like Josh," but it was, man. It was, man. Yeah. So tell me about your originals. How do you guys write those? What's the inspiration? How many do you have? That kind of thing.
I mean, I have a solid probably like, dozen.
Wow, that's a good bit.
That I have. Now, do I like them all? Absolutely not.
Why, man?
Dude, I mean, that's how it goes. You have some you like, have some you don't like. And I have 3 right now that I love.
Really?
I have one that's amazing.
Yeah,
I'll play that one for y'all today.
Word, you should, man.
That's the one you heard the last.
The last one. Okay, you're your closer.
Last night. And, whenever I write a good song, I wake up. I do some meditation, if you will.
It's good for you, yes.
Meditation.
Yeah.
And dude, a song will come to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just like, it'll just bam. I got a song in my head and I'll write it all down and it's a good song. Great song.
Yeah.
If I sit down and I start going hard as I can, trying to think out this song that I want to write,
it's not
it doesn't work for me. Some people can sit down and write songs. It's not me.
That's so funny that you say that, because I have this ongoing theory that I mention like every other episode, because it seems to be everybody that comes on. If it's the best ones always just appear. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that really stick, you're just sitting there and like you just reach out and grab it. You know what I'm saying? And like boom, the whole thing's there. If you have to sit down and like work and like force on it, it's not a good one, in my opinion. Just a hot take. Now, I'm sure there's exceptions, but like we talk about this all the time, and like everybody who's on usually agrees, which is kind of crazy, man. Kind of makes me wonder about it, like if they're not already out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's interesting. Now I do take my songs once I do write them, and if I just sit down and try to fix them, I can make them better. No doubt. But dude, there's just something about when the song's ready to come out of you.
It's there.
You will write the whole. I write a whole song usually in like less than an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
Like this song I wrote, the majority of it I wrote in like 30, 45 minutes, and it just
boom.
Like and it's a full probably like if I wanted to make it one, it could be a 5-minute song, and it's got deep depth. And okay, so what do I write my songs about? I like folky kind of music, right? And that's what I kind of like to write is folky kind of music. I consider my band alternative folk.
Alternative folk, okay.
Because we got a lot of rock instruments in there. And then we got the banjo, the banjo guy, banjo, yes sir. the keys, kind of. If you play the keys in a way, you can make it pretty folky.
So, quick question: what is the difference between like I don't really know the difference between folk, bluegrass, and Americana. Like they're all really like threading the needle here on the same thing, right?
They are they're
That's what
really
I'm saying.
Close, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so bluegrass, I say original bluegrass, like the OG shit.
Yeah.
Is gonna be your banjo, your guitar, your mandolin, and a bass, stand-up bass.
Yeah.
No, all acoustic stuff.
Gotcha.
Sometimes a fiddle.
Okay.
That's where you get in the mountain music kind of range.
Yeah.
Of bluegrass. And then Americana, it's super slow.
Yeah.
Kind of bluegrass, maybe-ish kind of stuff.
Okay.
John Prine, Anyone who ends up in the Americana category says they don't want to be in that category.
Really?
Because I feel like a lot of people just die in it. Yeah. Like they get in there and then it just fizzles out for them. Word. You know, they tried to get Chris Stapleton to start accepting awards, Tyler Childers, that kind of area, you know.
Yeah.
So you can kind of call that stuff Americana, but they're not going to call it that.
Yeah, what would they call it?
Tyler Childers calls his country.
Yeah, country.
You know, I mean,
he's something. It's like there's always one of those guys that everybody's like really obsessed with at one point. And it was Chris for a while, and now it's Tyler, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
which is great. I'm down with it.
Moving to Billy Strings a little bit.
Think so?
That's Billy Strings is very bluegrass in my opinion. I think that's modern day bluegrass right there.
Interesting.
Because I mean, he has a stand-up bass, banjo, guitar.
Yeah, true. I think that's cool. I like it when those guys kind of cross over into like popular, like, you know what I'm saying, like sorority girls singing Tyler Childers songs at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down with that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's better than staying like, you know what I'm saying, like just like everybody else, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
I wonder how the fuck they do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of weird how it just like happens to these people, you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's so many that like have maybe not tried, but like that are on the same kind of spectrum, and it doesn't happen to them, and it's like boom, just one guy that's like just to the next level.
You know, I'm also in music business at UGA.
Yeah, me too. I already did it. I loved it.
So then you know that it's just like hits are like they just happen, man. Dude, out of thin air. Like no one knows what a hit song is gonna be. If you record a song and put it out there, it can either get no follows or it can get a billion.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's weird because you don't really know, like, even like the people who've been doing it for a while, like a lot of times they're like, oh, I thought this was going to be the big one. And then the deep cut on the album is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's weird how you can't pick the people. That's what I like about it, though, is like the people decide.
The people do decide.
The people decide. It was great, man. And you can't argue with it. Can't argue with it. There's nothing wrong with that.
And luckily, you know, that one main song that I really like that I wrote and that I play all the time, people attract to it. I'm like, cool.
Word, man.
I didn't even know if it was gonna be good to the audience.
Yeah.
I'm like, but once I started playing it, they're like, oh yeah.
That's what it's all about, man.
And I'm like, all right, nice, I found one.
Best feeling ever, am I right?
Okay, so and then folk. So we did folk, or we did bluegrass and Americana. Folk. I think folk involves a fiddle a lot of the time.
Okay.
I think a banjo can be in there. And I think it's a folk has a lot to do with the songs you're playing. I think as well as like the singer's voice. I think you know, someone who's singing folk, I can hear a folky voice in my head right now. If I'm thinking of bluegrass or Americana or whatever, it's gonna be country or sounding maybe. Folk, I think, is just like a mountain kind of music that lost its countryness.
Interesting. Wow, that's profound, man. That lost its countryness. Mountain music that lost its countryness. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Did you pen that?
I will coin that one.
You coined that term? Jeez, everybody take notes. That's a good one, man. You're good at like describing genres, like way better than most people, I'd say. Because like if you'd have put like all three of those on the paper with a multiple choice, I'd have been fucked. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Like, so I appreciate you teaching me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, what do you say? I'm going to thank my sponsor right quick for today's show, and then we'll get you to play some banjo, all right?
Sounds
Is that
great,
cool?
man.
Play me a song or two, and we'll show me these kind of pickings is what I kind of want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
All right, today's episode sponsor was Pete State Pilot. It's a good buddy of mine. He flies drones and takes footage like he shoots agriculture, he shoots tractors, he shoots music videos. He's trying to get in real estate. He's trying to get in weddings. He's the nicest guy. His name's Cody. If you hit him up, tell him that you heard me on the podcast. You can use the code TANK to get 10% off. And he's an awesome guy. He does like pictures, man. It's just crazy. Like he's clean with it, man. He's clean with it.
Cool.
But yeah, Pete State Pilot. Everybody check him out. I'll drop a link in the bio. So continuing on, let's get you to play me some banjo. How does that sound? You're actually the first instrumental guest. You know what I'm saying? Usually I don't get people to bring acoustic guitars or anything, but I was curious about this.
Oh yeah.
So I'm stoked.
Right on, man.
Yeah, man.
We'll get a few of them cooking through here.
Yeah, man. I love it.
I just enjoy
playing the instrument.
Playing the instrument, man.
Yeah.
I go out on my porch and I'll start playing it just because people walking by. There's people that walk by that have never heard a banjo.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, just the fact that I get to play something for people that they've never heard.
Yeah,
before,
about to say
it's just a cool.
It's like a niche thing. Like wow, like you see one. It's like don't see that every day. You know what I mean? Kind of very cool, man. Have you played with anybody else in town? I feel like you should be playing around with everybody.
You know, I've played a little bit, especially at the open mics with some other groups or just jamming. And dude, a band that I played with like a few weeks back, who I really, really love, and you got to check them out, is Cam and the Damn Jam Band.
Oh, I love Cam, bro. Band. They're great, man.
So good.
They're fucking fire, bro. I saw them on Saturday at Boar's Head. They're really great. I like their whole stage presence. The sax player, I can't remember his name, but I've got him on Instagram. He's the nicest guy.
Dude, they are all sick.
They're sick. And that's another instrument that I really like. It's a saxophone, bro. Saxophone changes the vibe of a show. Sax is fun, man. A sax at Boar's Head is unstoppable.
Yes,
isn't it?
Dude, I wish I had a saxophone in my band, but it's just like it's now I'm adding so many different instruments that are so different from one another into the same band. It's like I would love a sax player, but it's just
not realistic.
Not realistic.
Yeah, and that pay cut. You gotta split it. Gotta split it another way. People don't think about that, man. Like you gotta kind of consider it at least when you're not making that much money. Like one member is like a big old cut out of your, when you're just trying to make by. Not that it's about the money, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, especially right now, I don't think it's about the money. It's not at all about the money for me at the moment. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go play somewhere for free.
Word, yeah. You gotta know your worth as well.
And I'm still gonna be like highballing these people.
Yeah, exactly.
For the most part,
you have to.
They're lowballing you.
Why wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, like from a business standpoint, people are like, oh man, they're trying to fuck us, and I kind of feel like that sometimes. But it's like I can't blame them low key. Like when you're just trying to make when you got a bigger thing going on.
Yeah. Once you're bigger, you can.
Yeah, you worry about that when you get there. Well, it's funny. Another theory I have is that these are the best days is getting to that point. Because like you talk to people in these big bands, and I've talked to a lot of them on the show and whatnot, and they're just like, man, I just miss like playing the clubs and like just like fucking like we just go play a Wednesday. We play for free, and now they've got radius clauses and like they can't play every Wednesday, and they can't play. They're playing the theater in November, so they can't play in Athens for 3 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, and that's one thing is whenever I do get big, because I'm gonna manifest it, right?
I like that. Yes, manifest. Do it, man.
And I'm just gonna be sure. And this is one thing I've learned in the music business program that I'm not gonna get screwed over. I'm not gonna let it happen.
Yeah, man.
Bottom line, all these artists, they want to be artists so bad.
Yeah.
That they'll do anything.
They'll get fucked to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They will do it. That's not me.
Word, man. I respect that. That music business course, dude, is absolutely like, I think of that as a pivotal shift in my life, was taking that class. It was like, oh, okay, people can do this and like make a living, you know what I'm saying? And David Barbie, and shout out to the whole music business program, because that is just so sick. It's like the best thing in Athens. Yeah.
If you want to be in the music business, you better be in the music business program at UGA.
Please, like do yourself a favor. Yeah, exactly, man. So let's hear a song or two, man. Or actually, play me some of these pickings first. I kind of want to hear the difference between whatever you can do. You get what I'm saying? You said flat picking and the claw and whatnot. Is that what you called it?
Yeah. Okay. So
if you don't mind,
claw hammer. So I'll show you a little claw hammer action. Is so the deal with this is you're just like kind of hitting it with your thumb and giving a strum. So it's like.
Mm-hmm. And that's called claw hammer?
Yeah.
Cool,
and that's
man.
kind of like what they first did. I'm not a huge claw hammer.
Yeah. It seems like it had like a certain rhythm that you couldn't really vary from, can you?
You can't. It's weird how they like elite claw hammers.
Claw
hammerers.
Claw hammerers.
They have this whole like thing going on.
Yeah.
Like, they're like the way they're picking these as much as they're picking with their left hand as much as they're picking with their right hand.
Interesting.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
And
sounds difficult.
They say that it's like learning a new instrument.
What?
I can kind of do that little thing right there. But if you're playing clawhammer banjo versus Scruggs style, which is what I do, you're learning a different instrument basically.
Word, man. Show me some Scruggs style. How do you say that?
Scruggs. Yeah, the guy that invented this was Earl Scruggs.
Earl Scruggs.
So it's called Scruggs. Yeah, SCRUGG.
Okay, word. Go ahead. Scruggs. It's a cool name.
Do you want me to sing along with this?
Yeah,
one?
man. Play you one. I love it. Ooh.
There's a well-beaten path down this old mountainside, in those Blue Ridge hills I didn't roam. And I roamed all alone to the place that I called home, and those Blue Ridge hills so far away. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia, in those Blue Ridge hills I didn't roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away in my Blue Ridge mountain home? Now my thoughts wander back to the ramshackle shack in those Blue Ridge hills far away. My mother and dad, they're laid there to rest. They're sleeping in peace together there. And oh, I love those hills of old Virginia, in those Blue Ridge hills I didn't roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away in my Blue Ridge mountain home? I return to that old mountain home with a sigh. Been longing for days gone by. When I die, won't you bury me on this old mountainside? Make my resting place up on the hill so high. And oh, I love those hills of old Virginia, in those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away in my Blue Ridge mountain home?
Dude, holy fuck, man. I was like waiting on you to like repeat something like when you were doing the. That's great, man. Did you write that one or is that
No, that's
a sick one. I was about to say
old timey Bluegrass.
I was about to say that sounds like a classic. I was like, did he write this motherfucker?
I wish. That's like, the Blue Ridge Cabin Home.
And let me see what's on your other fingers. Hold that up to the camera if you don't mind, so these people can see. So what is that doing? Just like giving you more torque kind of stuff? Yes. Like I'm so interested in the instrument.
It's just I'm able to hit these strings a little.
Gotcha. Okay. See, I didn't even realize. Wow. Okay. See, I've seen like the plastic ones that go on your finger. Do you ever use those?
So originally I was using plastic.
Yeah.
One right here. This is called a blue chip. Mm-hmm. I don't want to promote them or anything. You're badass.
Today's episode is brought to you by.
They're a little expensive.
Yeah.
You know, but they hit the string so clean and crisp.
Word, man.
And then these two metal ones, that's just typical bluegrass.
Yeah. The amount of rhythm that you have going on, like I wouldn't say low key, like gosh, I don't even know how to explain it, but like, do you get what I mean? Like you're like rhythmic as fuck, like playing like stuff that's intricate.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like hard to articulate, but like I was just weird. Like, wow, like this is like, dude,
especially with like the boom chuck and like.
Yeah. It's interesting and like it's like nothing like guitar, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very, very.
I wouldn't have guessed. I mean, I guess I could have guessed it, but like that's crazy, man. That's awesome. That sounded fantastic. You have a strong voice too, man.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever really had a chance to hear you like pipe it out, but you got some pipes on there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
One guy I kind of looked up to, if you couldn't tell, is Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah, I heard that a little bit. I said a little Tyler too. A little bit?
Little Tyler?
Little Tyler.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I'll take any great.
Yeah. You got the little vibrato thing going on and like you felt it. I saw you close your eyes and you like zoned in. I know that feeling. That's a great feeling, man.
Love to be there.
Play me one original and we'll wrap this guy up, man. Yeah, I'm loving it.
This is original called Be Mine. I've been thinking about how you used to leave me, no doubt. About your love, yeah, there was, and now it's lost. Hear me out. I'm working every late night now to get to you so I can sing to you my favorite tune. And it goes, please be mine. Thought of you's been running through my mind. Please be mine. A day without you's a waste of time. And if you'll wait for me, then you will see we were meant to be. I've been thinking about that late night when we drove out. That song came on and we sang along till all night. Yeah, it's true. I got a broken heart for you. But there's still time if you'll just say these lines, it'll all be fine. And they go, please be mine. Listen, boy, you've been tumbling through my mind. Oh, be mine. When I'm with you, life is so divine. And if you'll take back me, then you will see we were meant to be. Now we just wait for the day to say, now you're mine. When we're together, everything's just fine. And know you're mine for every single reason, every rhyme. And now we see that we were meant to be. That's how it ought to be.
Dude, holy shit. Let's get a round of applause. Did you hear that up there? They liked it.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you sound great, man. I can't believe you wrote that. Yeah, I was just like mesmerized during like the mindless like fucking like ripping it while you're singing, and like I can barely like chunk out Green Day while I'm like oh, I'm doing too much right now. I'm telling my guitars, hey, pick it up for me.
Yeah, exactly. No,
dude, that's really great, good, man. What's that one called?
That's called Be Mine. Dude. It'll be out there soon enough.
Dude, I can't wait to hear these. Where are you recording them at?
I think David Barbie's studio.
Chase Park? Yeah, I've been there. It's awesome, man.
Yeah,
if that doesn't pan out, though, I've got a really good request for you.
Okay.
My buddies, do you know Jeff and Josh Tillman? Or Josh Tillman and Jeffrey Vernon. Have you ever heard of them?
I don't think I have.
I don't know if you've ever seen us at Boar's Head, but they always play with me. They have a studio with a tape machine, like a 12-track tape machine, I think, wow. And like all analog gear, and their rates beyond affordable. It's the only guy I record with now. I've done Chase Park too. Chase Park's great. But if you get a chance, check them out. Tape Brother Studio. It's really great. Studio. Yeah, you could do that live in there.
Look. Yeah, that's how we're definitely gonna do it live. So.
You would love it, man. It's in Madison. It's like 20 minutes away.
Okay,
or maybe 30 minutes. But yeah, definitely got to plug them there. Shout out the Tape Brothers. They're awesome. Yeah. That was great, man. You're fantastic, man. You have a great voice. You've got it going. You've got the confidence. You got the positivity, and I respect that, man.
Well, thank you so much.
So I'm very excited to hear what you're going to do, man. Go ahead and tell the camera, tell the people where they can find you at. What's your Instagram? When we should expect music, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're a Josh Bennett band out there on Instagram. You can also find me, Josh Bennett, on Facebook. But we will have music coming very shortly. We just got to figure out our guitar situation, and then we'll be on all platforms. So keep up with us on at the Josh Bennett Band on Instagram.
So it's at Josh Bennett Band.
At Josh Bennett
How
Band.
How many N's in Bennett? 2?
2 N's, 2 T's.
Nice,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Love it.
Yeah,
well, dude,
absolutely.
it was a pleasure to have you on. You played fantastic. You're the first musical guest that played. I loved it.
Dude, awesome. Yeah,
it was awesome.
Congrats on your 1 year of doing this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude. Honestly, you've got it going on because you're maybe one of the first people that's been like, all right, man, I want to come on the podcast. How do I promote it? How can I come on? Like, and then you made a post and like you gassed it up, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely.
Most people are like, they message me, they'd be like, when are we doing a podcast together? You know what I'm saying? like people I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I appreciate you like throwing support back, man.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
It was awesome.
Let's recap it right here. This episode was brought to you by Peach State Pilot, good friend of mine, as was said, drone guy. His name's Cody Mathis. Everybody check him out in the bio. Today's episode was 39, and the guest was Josh Bennett, band in emphasis. You know what I'm saying? But yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for 1 year of Jameson on the Rocks. It's a pleasure. I love doing these. I love meeting people like you. I love making new friends. I love hearing your story. I love learning about the banjo. So see you guys later. Bye. Give him a little wave for the camera. This will be the thumbnail. Give him a smile. Yeah, there we go. All right, bye.
And you're just trying to make this last.